Hi everyone. Can you please confirm that you can hear me clearly and you can see my screen? Please read this, guys, for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start the session, all right? We are just waiting people to join and we'll start the session. Those of you are joining right now, please read this, guys, and we'll start the session shortly. It will be a great session anyway. So hope all of you are doing good. You had a great trading week. So again, those of you are joining, please confirm, guys, that you can see my screen clearly and you can hear my voice, just to confirm that everything is working perfectly before we start. Thanks for confirming, guys. Those of you are joining right now, 2 minutes and we'll start the session, all right? Just let people join and we'll start. Welcome everybody. I'm just got the chat right now. Hi Ali, Benson. So those of you are joining, guys, we are just waiting for a few minutes before we start the session. Also to let you know, guys, if there is any problem with the connection or like if you cannot see the screen clearly, it's just because it's live stream at the moment. And YouTube will usually process the recording in, I would say, 30 minutes after we finish the live stream. And if there is any problem, we'll always let our team, Joe mainly, upload it later, the HD version, okay? So don't worry, because it's live, you might have some probably disconnection or you might not see the screen in full HD at the moment, okay? Just to give you an update what's going on. Thanks for confirming, guys, the audio and the video. Thank you, Kumalo. Also, guys, to let you know, we'll have a few members from the Slack, from WTW team. Will be helping also in the chat, especially our moderators. I will name just few because I cannot basically name them all, like Vanish, Lugina. All right, so please, guys, don't try to spam or scam because you'll be blocked automatically by the system. So I would just want you to take advantage of these forecasts, learn as much as possible, and try to understand the structures, the waves, when we see markets going up, why market will be going up, and all this stuff. As you can see here, it's about giving you the bias in these sessions, and more details will usually be shared during our Sunday live sessions and Wednesday live sessions. So let's go to the charts. I really hope all of you guys had a great trading week, because last week we were expecting basically few pairs to move like pound yen, US oil, and I'll show you basically some trades as well during the forecast. But let's start with the XY as usual. Most of you know that we're having the news from Fed, and we have updated you also before the news here. Once market started to fall down, give us a corrective structure, we have updated you here. And I really hope all of you guys are subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get a notification every time we upload anything on YouTube and on our social media platforms. So those of you guys who don't know where to find our social media platforms links, it's on our website. If you go down all the way to the footer, these here are our social media platforms. Okay, so these are our official links in these ones: YouTube, TradingView, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and Instagram. We have updated you all once market started to fall. We broke this low and gave us corrective structure. Now, last week we were expecting market to give us a leg up, which is this one to the upside. This up wave, we've got it here. So after this drop, we've got a corrective structure, one more fall, correction, drop, and then from here we started to get the reaction to the upside. In this structure, this lag was missing, which means even if market will fall, the up wave will come. There's no question about that. But instead of getting it here, we've got it here. Now, in terms of trading, we were not trading, guys, dollar pairs. We were trading GJ. We'll show you this shortly. We were trading US oil. This was during Sunday live session. And during our Wednesday live session, we gave a lot more. I'll show you also GU, US oil again, and gold. So in terms of trading, we're not trading this because we knew that market will not behave as expected, and that's why we're a bit aware from dollar pairs. Now, even after this drop, if you took any buy setup from here and market started to fall, you will get out at break even in this one or at small loss. If you get any other outcome, guys, your trading plan needs amendment, right? So do not jump in and do not over risk. That's the most important part. Now let's talk about the bias. After this drop, what's next? The fundamental part, most of you know that it's discussed during our Sunday live sessions. In terms of technical part, this lag was missing and we've got it here. What's next after this upwave, Alan? After this upwave, also just to mention one thing, guys, about weighted wave analysis concept. Most of you know that it's a combination of more than one methodology. And I want you to see the reaction from here and the reaction from here. This was our buy zone, by the way. Okay? This here, we've got the buy setup and we've got this up wave. If any one of you get in this buy, especially our members, I want you guys to make sure to manage your trades. After this up wave, market will give us a pullback or a corrective structure. So in terms of bias, we are biased to the downside for DXY for next week, especially early part of next week. I will not explain you what next here because it's early. I will just give you the bias for short term. Short term, this is the bias and this is the direction for DXY. Make sense? Any buy setup from current levels, we might ignore it until or unless market gives us a corrective structure or our buy setup. Without that, we are focusing on this drop for DXY. All right, guys, this is for DXY here. In regards to your questions, guys, please hold on. I will just take a few questions at the end of the stream because I covered this part here. I cover all these pairs to the right side. As you can see, this red list, I would say, the YouTube list, one by one. And after that, I'll read your questions in the chat. Okay? So, next one, euro dollar. Again, for this one, market started to push up. We were expecting market to give us a corrective structure, a slightly bigger than this one. Instead, market gave us a small corrective structure. It pushed back up. Corrective structure, up again. Now, last Sunday, I hope all of you guys who are following the fundamentals, they know basically what is published during the news, or like for the fundamental part. Yeah, instead like what Fed is doing in terms of printing money and in terms of the swaps, all this stuff. So I hope all of you are following this. More details about, guys, the fundamentals, the news, and about global economy and the macroeconomic factors. All of this is discussed in details on every single Sunday session. And just to let you know, guys, Sunday session is not about fundamentals only. The fundamental analysis is just the first part of it. Okay? For more details about our live sessions, I want you to go to our website and check the details there. So the first part is fundamental analysis, and we continue to analyze the technical part of these trades, of these pairs here, and the other pairs as well. You can see a lot of other pairs as well, like indices, other pairs here. Let me show you this one quickly. This is the blue list. We also analyze this one. This is the other pairs, and we go for your questions as well. So it's not only fundamental part. The first part of the Sunday live session is about fundamentals. Make sense? So, euro dollar. For this one, we've got a corrective structure, one push up, correction. We have updated you all on our social media platforms about the Fed, about what's next for this one. And we said if it's 0.25, you will see this one pushing up, and after that, we will get this drop. Everything was mentioned in details, and we covered this one again and again during Wednesday session before Fed. And I'll show you shortly, guys, about the trades of the week that we given to our members. So, after this corrective structure, we've got this up wave, and we've got a reaction exactly from here. Why from here? Because weighted waves concept is a combination of more than one methodology, including smart money concept. And this was the reaction zone here for us. Okay? After this up wave, a lot of our traders got in the sell, small risk to reward, small risk, I would say, big reward here. And now all of them who are in the sell, they are in big profits and they are managing the trades. What's next for your dollar, Alan? After this drop, we're expecting market to push up. This up wave, it can be a pullback or a corrective structure. In all the cases, short term or medium term, I'm expecting euro dollar to push up, which means if I get a buy setup, I might go for the buy because this drop, guys, has to pull back or to correct. Now, if this wave here will be going up impulsively and we get a corrective structure, we'll update you later on. For now, let's focus on this up wave first. Make sense? Now, if any one of you get in the sell from here without putting a stop loss, you have to stop trading and go to a learning process because you should never ever trade without using stop loss. If you trade without using stop loss, this means you are risking all your account. Never ever do that. Guys, in one single trade, you can break your account. One single trade, even if you are not over risking, because market can go 1,000 pips, 2,000 pips against you. And I don't want you to do that. All right? Now, euro dollar, the bias is towards the upside. If you are in the sell, you manage your trade. If you are not in the sell and you want to go for the buy, you wait for your buy setup to go for this wave. Now, in regards to euro dollar, guys, if any of you is still in the buy from the low, you have to start take profits. If you are not taking profits till now, you have to, especially when markets start to go up. Okay? More details about euro dollar, more details about the structure, the bigger picture here, and what market might do next after this up wave. All of this will be discussed in details during our Sunday live session. To get access to our Sunday and Wednesday live sessions, you have to subscribe to WTW membership, guys. Those of you are not subscribing, you are missing a lot. And I'll show you why shortly anyway. Pound dollar, I hope all of you guys are following us on social media platforms because we have posted this in details for all of you in terms of the structure, in terms of the bigger picture, and I can do it again for you once more here on YouTube. In case some of you are new or some of you are not following us on Instagram or other social media platforms. Okay? Bigger picture. Weekly. Most of you know that this here is a low. All right? After this drop, we've got a corrective structure. Those of you who don't know, this is a regular flat in the weekly time frame. After this regular flat, market dropped. It gave us another here running flat and then a fall. So for me, this is a low, which means I'm not expecting market to break this one anymore. All right? This is medium to long term, which means after this up wave, market give us a corrective structure and then another push up to follow. Now, let's go to lower time frames. Those of you guys who are not following us on social media, make sure guys to follow us there and check what we have done for this, because we have analyzed this one in details and we have posted in social media for you. So after this up move, market gave us a running flat, one more push up. This running flat was clear to us. And I want you guys to remember the structure. I'm doing this again because I need to explain you something here shortly. This is a running flat for pound dollar. Okay? Also, if I zoom out for 1 second here to show you one more thing, this also a running flat. So I want you to focus on this structure, because I'll explain it shortly here. Now, after this up wave, we've got a correction on push up, a correction on push up. This structure here is a bit messy, but one of the scenarios, this will be here the down wave. This is a running flat, one more push down before the next up wave, or this will be the start of the next trend, which means after this up wave, market will correct to give us another up wave here. Okay? In all the cases, I am biased to the upside for pound dollar, which means if market will fall, I might ignore this sell setup because it's not a high probability chance move for now. If market will give me buy setup, I'll be going for the buy setups only. Make sense, guys? So analyzing the charts is one part, trading the charts or trading the next move is total different story, because knowing how to trade the next wave is what matters. I'll show you proof shortly. So if I go now to this bit, this was here a low. All of you know, like market dropped, gave us a corrective structure, drop, correction here, another fall, we broke this low, liquidity trap, and then market started to push up. We've got a pullback up again. Instead of market giving us a big corrective structure, we just got here a small one more push up. A pullback here, one more push up, and then also after this up wave, we've got this sell. Why I'm saying we've got the sell here? Because this was covered in details during our Wednesday live session. This wave, I'll show you this shortly. This wave from here to here, it might be the C wave of a running flat, or it might be the first wave of the next trend. How to know basically which wave is this one? All you have to do is to look and basically see where this structure will end before you go for the next trade. In all the cases, from this top, we were looking for sells, regardless. Make sense? Regardless if this is the first wave for the next structure, or this is the C wave for another drop. From these levels, we are in the sell. Why is that? Because this wave, guys, has ended to us as some sort of ending structure or a leading structure. Now, what's the difference between ending structure and leading structure? We have, guys, different point of view in terms of leading diagonal or ending diagonal. So usually, from its name, ending structure, it will end a pattern, it will end a wave for a drop, or leading structure, this will just be the start of the move for a correction, one will push up. To give you just one more, I would say, tip for people who trade wave analysis, just for advanced traders. Usually, once you get a leading structure, the corrective wave will not be a deeper one. It will be just a small corrective structure for another push up. Make sense? Now, I'm covering here for you all the possibilities. If you are in the sell, all you have to do is to manage your trade and let the market unfold. You can take profits or take partial profits and leave the rest at break even. Make sense? Now, Alan, do we have any other possibility here? Yes, we do have. If we are expecting DXY to fall, this means pound dollar most probably will push back up, and the structure here will be a running flat. If this will be a running flat structure, one more push up is coming. Which means if you are in the sell, your worst case scenario, it should be small profits. Not break even, not small loss, and not big loss. Make sense? If market here will start to go up slowly, one more fall before the next structure. In all the cases, we took a sell from here. Do we have any proof for that? Let me show you how we covered pound dollar during our Wednesday live session.
What I see for today, a corrective structure on the smaller time frame, push right back up again. I'm expecting a reaction tomorrow for this pair somewhere around in this area here. Okay, so in this area, I'm expecting this to break down once more, and that break to the downside would probably minimum touch 1.22. So if I were to look for my sells, this is not the right time to look for a sell. Let it come back up today, give you a reaction somewhere around here, and look for your sells to 22 minimum.
So guys, this is the power of retail waves wave analysis concept. If I go to the 1 hour, because I don't usually go to this lower time frame here, but look at this. Market give us pullback up, and then the fall. We've got this sell from the top. All right, that's what you are missing, guys, if you are not subscribing to WTW membership. And it's not only about the live sessions, guys, it's a full program. I want you to read the benefits step by step. Go to the website and read what we cover there, because if you join us, guys, this is the only solution for all of you to become independent, successful traders. All right, I want you to go to the website, check it, and after that you take the decision. Now, what after pound dollar correction? If we get this corrective structure, guys, and this start to move slowly to the downside, one push up will be coming. And I don't want you to miss this up wave or this up wave if market goes all the way down to break this low once more. Make sense? Aussie dollar, most of you know that we're biased to the downside despite any news. Despite the Fed, despite what was happening last week, we were expecting market to fall. And this was the move. Now, after this down wave, looks like market will push back up. So I am biased to the upside. Any buy setup I get, I'll go for it for Aussie dollar. So for this one direction, one bias, upwards. If market will fall from me and you are in the sell, perfect. This was a great trade. If you are not in, you can start to look for your buy setups. Dorian, another pattern I'll show to you here. Most of you now start to know what is a running flat. This is a running flat formation, okay? And running flat is a continuation pattern. Now, after this drop, we've got a pullback, drop, this up wave here, because this leg was missing. If you get in this buy and you made money here, perfect. After this up wave, we've got the drop. And the drop, guys, was above this top. Why? Liquidity. Like I said, during our program, we have the monthly Q&A sessions. And the monthly live Q&A sessions, I am conducting these sessions, guys. Next one, it will be about smart money concept. And it will be very, very important. Okay? Last one was about liquidity and other topics as well. But the next one, which will be not next week, the week after, it will be about smart money concept and how to combine this with wave analysis. Okay? So do not miss it. It will be a very important session, by the way. Now, after this drop, if you get in this sell, perfect. After this drop, market give us a pullback, drop. Now we're expecting another corrective structure, one more fall. Now, if you want to take this sell, you can go for it. Probably, I will ignore this one and focus on other pairs. But if I need to trade dollar yen, I'll be looking for my sell setups first. New Zealand dollar, another, I would say, amazing structure, because once you know, guys, how to read the charts correctly and how to trade the next wave, that's all you need. The next big part, after you know how to read the charts correctly and know how to trade, is psychology. Because having a correct mindset is a must in trading. You cannot basically expect that market is going to fall and go over risk here or take the trade, and in the middle you start to basically be lost here. If you should close the trade, if you should basically hold, what to do. Most of traders, they cannot hold the profits, and that's a big problem. That's why we use a lot of tips and a lot of advice in terms of psychology. We help our members on every single session, guys, on every single live session, despite if it's Wednesday, Sunday. T on every single Sunday, he try his best as well to share with you the experience so you know and you learn. And on every single monthly live Q&A session alone is a lesson. So every single monthly session, guys, is a lesson as well, on top of the masterclass. So after this drop, what's next? If you get in the sell, wait for market to correct, one will push down. Sorry guys, I clicked mute by mistake. So after this drop, if you get a corrective structure, one more fall, and then up again. For New Zealand dollar, I am biased now to the upside. This forecast is not for those who are already in the sell. If you are in the sell, two choices. Take profits or take 50% off and leave the rest at break even. Those of you are not in, you can start to look for your buy setups. Personally, any buy setup I get, I go for it. As simple as that. Pound yen, this was amazing. And by the way, pound yen, guys, was one of our trades of the week that was shared during last Sunday session. So even this one is massive structure, but we were able to analyze the structure. We're able to look at the waves and go for the next trade here. I'll go to the 1 hour shortly just to show you the trade. But what after this drop here? After this drop, we're expecting market to correct for another fall. One more drop for pound yen. All right. Before I show you the 1 hour chart, let me show you pound yen, how was covered during our Sunday live session.
I'm not expecting this to go further upside. Even if it goes to the upside, I'll be surprised. Okay. But in all the cases, one more push to the upside. The first reaction you're going to look for will be just above this 161. And if market does not give you a reaction here as an impulse to the downside, it will give you a corrective structure. You get out your trade or put it to break even and wait for this to push up once more, tapping very close towards 161.5 without tapping 162, and then it will break down once more. So if that will happen, it will, if it doesn't break down from here, it will break down from here. But in all the cases, 160 is going to tap in this week. That's what you need to be aiming for. This is the if market will give you a worst case scenario. The best case scenario would be it could break down all the way to break this bottom. Okay, that's the only two difference I could see in this structure. Now, if you're trading this and the market goes to the upside, break this top and start to consolidate here, you need to get out. I do not care what I have said to you. I do not care how small of a risk you have, but get out. Get out at break even or a very, very tiny small loss here, and then wait for this to go to the upside before it comes back down.
So guys, let's go to the 1 hour now. This is the 1 hour structure, right? We've got a correction here and a drop without breaking this top. So this was the high probability chance trade. Even for a lot of you, for a lot of wave traders, this is a complex structure. And this is what we give basically during our Sunday live sessions. The trades of the week are high probability chance moves that we are focusing on. So we're not buying basically this chart here, let's say the XY. We're not buying here this one blindly to the upside, and we're not selling euro dollar blindly. We're waiting for the buy zones, for the sniper entries before we enter. So pound yen, you see all of you basically the trade, and I explain you what next. My buy is one more push down. Is it a tradable move? We need to double check, and we'll update you during Sunday live session. US oil, this was also one of our trades of the week. Last week, to the downside, market gave us a corrective structure, one more fall. Now, this corrective structure didn't go to 68 as expected, but we've got this drop anyway. If you get in the sell, perfect. If you didn't get in the sell, you can make money from GJ and a lot of other trades that was covered during Wednesday session. Now, what after this drop? We're expecting market to give us a drop here. That will be the last drop, I would say last week. After this drop, we've got this up wave. And from here, during Wednesday, we said, guys, we're expecting market to pull back. First trade was on Sunday, if you get this trade perfect. And the second trade was on Wednesday for US oil. Wednesday, guys, it was here. Okay, I'll show you US oil in Wednesday shortly. I'll go to the 1 hour just to show you the picture, to show you this wave, to show you the levels, to show you this one. And let me show you now how we covered this one during Wednesday.
US oil, another trade that we have given this week. That was your trade to the downside. Our target was towards 63 and just very close to 63.5. Market has actually tapped 64, went back up here. It's going to come back down for the rest of this week. This is probably a potential trade. If anybody wants to trade this to the downside, for short term, then you will potentially be getting this move to the downside. Target towards 66, 67, somewhere around here. for the short term, okay? And if market breaks 73, get out.
Guys, can you see this one? This is the power of wave analysis, combination of retard waves, wave analysis concept with price action, smart money concept, order blocks, and a lot of other methodologies and our findings. Can you see, guys, this one? So, what after this? After this one, guys, we're expecting market to go up correctively for one more push down. This up wave, we need more waves here before we go for the next structure. If you get in this cell, or if you get in this cell, take profits and let's wait on that. Gold, market went up, and all of you know gold is moving up basically whenever we have uncertainty. So last week we're having a lot of volatility. We've got this drop. After this drop, market started to push up. And once we've got this drop, guys, we're analyzing the structure T and I, and we said, you know what? After this drop, market has to push up regardless, impulsively or correctively. Market has to give us this up wave. And hence we go on Wednesday, and T explained you this in details with the levels. This level first, and the second level was 2K. From where? From here. And all of you know this is not a small move, guys, to the upside, because everyone who was basically looking at gold from here, they were selling like crazy, especially after this drop. A lot of traders got trapped with the fear of missing out, and they were selling here and here. Structurally speaking and fundamentally, we knew that this up wave will be coming. Any proof for that? Look at this.
Gold has given us this consolidation, pushed back up, broke the 2000 and coming back down here. Today, we might be seeing some sort of a bullishness coming again in the gold. Again, the reaction that I'm expecting from the market would be something similar like this here, okay? It might start with FOMC. If it doesn't start with the FOMC will drop this one quickly, take everybody out, and then start to push it back up again. The first reaction I'm expecting is going to be 1960 to 1965. If market consolidates here, the next one will be going towards 1990 towards 2000. Okay, these are the two levels where I'm expecting the reaction.
Can you see this, guys? So this is the fourth proof I'm showing to you. This is what you are missing if you are not subscribing, guys, to WTW membership. And again, it's a big program, including all these features that you can see. The point, guys, is not about us making money. We are making money, you know that. And we show you the proofs more than once. Now, the main point for us is basically this. This, by the way, guys, let me just go up to show you one thing here. Look at this. This is our happiness, okay? This is the real happiness. Trust me on that. Because once we read something like this, especially inside WTW Waves community, this is something, guys, big, you know? Because it's not about us making money. It's about making our members successful day by day, every single week, every single month. And you know the success stories, okay? We want all of you to be successful traders. And it's not about basically one move, because, you know, he took basically Janigan, one of our traders as well, he took pound yen and he was able to maximize profits in one single move. And that's the topic basically that was discussed during our last monthly Q&A session. How to add to winning positions. I always say to you, never ever add to losing position. So once you master how to add to winning positions, your equity curve will be going like crazy. Make sense? So coming back to gold, let's go to this one. After this up wave, what's next? Personally, I will stay away, because sharp down, sharp up means complex structure. Make sense? Sharp down, sharp up means complex structure. Now, what I'm expecting after this up wave, I'm expecting market to go down under this low most probably and give us a corrective structure after. In all the cases, this is complex for now. If you are in the sell, perfect, you move your stops and let the market unfold. If you took this buy here and you made profits, amazing. Get out, or if you want to basically take 70% off and leave the rest at break even, go for it. But personally, I'll stay away from gold for now and trade other pairs. Dollar CAD, most of you know that we're expecting market to push up. We've got a corrective structure, even we broke this low, this was expected, and the market started to push up. This was the trade to the upside. What's next? Most likely, market will fall to the downside to break this low once more or not, and then up wave again. If you want to trade this one, go for it. If you want to wait for this one to go down and break this low once more, you do that, and after that, you look for your buy setups. Personally, I might not sell this from here. If you want to go for the sell, I need to take smaller risk. Okay? So if I'm usually risking, let's say, whatever, 2%, if I need to trade this one, I'll go for 1% only. Okay? So this is what we can see for dollar CAD. One drop for another up wave. Silver, market was pushing to the upside. It was following gold anyway to the upside here. Correction up, correction up. What's next? A corrective structure most likely, and this can turn out to be a bigger one or a deeper corrective structure. Now, what's next for this one? If I need to trade silver, I will ignore it. It will be like same as gold. Any setup from here, I will ignore it. I'll wait for market to give me the best structure, a pattern that I know before I go for the next trade. For now, let's ignore this one and focus on other pairs. Bitcoin market was moving basically to the upside as expected. After this corrective structure, we've got this up wave and a fall. If I need just to give you more in terms of structures, this might be an expanding flat for another up wave. Regardless of this structure, I am biased to the upside for Bitcoin. If we get here a corrective structure and this corrective structure gets completed and we've got a buy setup, this is the trade to the upside. All of you are buying from the low, you move your stops and let the market unfold. After this pullback, we've got this up wave. And you know the 28 level. We've got a reaction here, here, and here as well. They were building liquidity above these tops, guys, just to let you know. Want to push up, take everybody out, drop, take everybody out here as well for this up wave. So all of this here is market makers framework, even in cryptos, indices, any tradable asset. If you know how to trade correctly, if you learn we trade waves, wave analysis concept correctly, you'll be able to predict the next wave and make money out of it. The point, guys, is not one trade, one move. The goal is to make consistent money every single month, as we showed you during previous forecasts. Guys, go to our YouTube channel and check the previous videos anyway. Those of you are new, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And all of you are watching, don't forget, guys, to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Also, if you can, guys, watch this one from more than one device and watch this forecast till the end more than once. This will help YouTube algo to show it to more traders. Because once we get more, I would say, watching hours or watching minutes, YouTube will show it to more traders. Trust me on that, they might need help. A lot of traders are still over-risking, over-trading, and blowing accounts. By following us, at least they'll be on the right side of the trade. If not, they will follow WTW's 4 golden rules to not break their accounts. Do not over-risk, do not jump in, do not overtrade, never ever add losing position, and never ever trade without stop loss. These 4 golden rules, guys, are basically, you should print them and put them in front of you every single time you are going to take a trade. All right? SPX. By the way, this was one of our trades of the week, not last week, the week before, if I remember correctly. We've got this up wave. Now, what after this up move? Market gave us a pullback, and now we're expecting market to push up again. We've got this drop. All of you remember this one to the downside, I believe. Those of you are following us since the past few weeks, you remember this drop. What was the reason for this drop? The expanding flat here. Drop, correction, drop. What's next now? After this up wave, another push up. Most probably, market will give us here. Guys, with that note, I'll just take 4 to 5 questions because I really need to make a move. And after that, I'll show you basically what is included inside WTW's program, WTW membership, and we take it from there. Let me just read the chat quickly before we end the session. By the way, I want all of you guys to trade with care and do not forget to follow WTW's 4 golden rules, guys. They are very essential and very important. Andy, is that a running flat on New Zealand dollar? Yes, it is a potential running flat, Andy, and structure can change anyway. Pound yen waiting for buys. James, let me check pound yen quickly for you. No, for pound yen, one more drop before the next structure. So I will not look for buys from current levels. Most probably market will give us one more drop. Guys, any question about the other pairs will be answered during tomorrow's session, tomorrow Sunday live session. Again, guys, please watch this one once more. If you can, watch it till the end and rewatch it. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment just as some sort of support to weighted waves. And I want all of you guys to try your best to not over-risk. Next week is the last week of the month. I want you to risk small and make sure, guys, to not blow your account. Because after you get in the trade, you have to have only 4 outcomes: small loss, break even, small win, or big win. If you can remove the big loss situation from your outcome, you will be fine. If we say that, guys, looks easy, but go to implement it, you have to join a community, a great community like the one we have. You have to join a great, I would say, experienced coaches who have a proof, who have basically good, I would say, social proof, all right? And do your due diligence. Before you join anyone, even weighted waves, go and do your due diligence. If you join us, guys, it will be your last, I would say, course that you will take, and it will be your start of being an independent, successful trader. We have a lot of success stories. You can watch them on Instagram, on our website, okay? With that note, guys, thank you very much, and see all of you next week.